from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, it's a hot Monday on Wendy with a supersized dose of all of today's juiciest hot topics. And is Iggy Azalea's NBA star boyfriend cheating on her? OKTV joins us with the inside scoop. Plus, it's our first Trendy and Wendy of the new year with huge discounts for Wendy watchers. Now, here's Wendy.
My co-host, my studio audience. So good. Glad to be here. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Happy King holiday. I would imagine that our audience is full of school teachers, since yes, and bank tellers and other people whose businesses are closed for the day. Welcome to the show. You know, the message is the most important thing, the message of equality, nonviolence, and hope. If Dr. King was still alive, he'd be 86 years young. And shout out to everybody who has off from school today. Back in my day, we didn't have off for the King holiday. It wasn't until maybe the latter part of high school that we started having off as a school system in Ocean Township. But my parents would always keep us home. But they wouldn't let us stay home and watch TV. Like, it was always about community service. We'd start off, you know, usually, shout out to Asbury Park, we'd be at the Westside Community Center. Or we'd be at our church, Second Baptist Church, which is in Asbury, and we would always be watching films on him and discussion. That's what you did, you know? I don't know how many parents do things with their kids on this day. I can honestly tell you that my kid has off today, but he's here at the show because mommy's working. Although, but we are going to see Selma tonight. Yeah, we are going. I feel a little verklempt today, audience. I will not be shaking your hands, not because I'm back to that, but because I don't want to give you what I might have. Do you know what I'm saying? I had a terrific weekend, though, in Jersey. I went to the mall. You know, I like Short Hills Mall. Memsor came over, my wardrobe stylist, and so we went. There are a few things that we needed for the wardrobe, including an outfit for my black tie 1000th episode of Wendy, which, which is going to be next Friday, the 29th, January 30th? Yep. Friday, January 30th. So if you have tickets for that show, don't forget, put on your best. Yes. Anyway, so me and Memsor strolled the mall, and then we went to Legal Seafood. Remember, we gave away the gift cards at Christmas time. I got a whole stack of them. So I spent my gift cards, and then in our morning meeting, somebody said, do you feel weird when you pull out gift cards? I said, no, I don't. No, you pull out the gift cards, but then you always tip a little bit up because you're not spending money because they're gift cards, you know what I mean? Anyway, so we went shopping, and then Sunday, I wake up early at the house. You know, the Kevins, they sleep. I usually wake up like 8 o'clock, even on a Saturday or Sunday morning. So I woke up 8 o'clock in the morning on the ID channel. There was this 1-hour show called Heartbreakers. It was so good. It was starring Peter Brady, Tracy Gold, and Antonio Sabato Jr. Now, first of all, I find it... Do you watch the ID channel? Yes! You know, every show is entertaining, but I just don't expect to turn on the ID channel and see actors that I know acting and stuff. I mean, that's how dried up acting jobs are. Anyway, So the plot was Peter is the principal and Tracy Gold is his secretary. And these two have been having an affair for like 3 years. Next thing you know, the school hires a brand new football coach. And so Tracy plays a loose woman in this because she's messing around. She's messing around with both of them. Then she ends up breaking up with Peter and gets engaged to Antonio Sabato. And they plan on leaving town. But before they could leave town, Peter kills Antonio. It was so good. Thank you, ID Channel. My thing is, Jennifer Aniston, if you wouldn't talk about it, then a lot of us wouldn't talk about it, and then we would have forgotten about it. Kind of, sort of. Jennifer Aniston is sick of people talking about her feud with Angelina Jolie. Well, you know, it's been 10 years since the husband's delation. Can you believe it's been 10 years? Doesn't it seem like it was just the other day? Well, she opened up to Entertainment Tonight about Angelina and even praised her latest movie. Let's watch.
I think that's slowly coming to an end. I really do. I mean, that movie is so beautiful and wonderful, and she did such a gorgeous job, and I think it's time people stop with that petty BS and just start celebrating great work and stop with the petty kind of silliness.
I agree. It must get frustrating.
It's just tiresome and old. It's like an old leather shoe.
You don't need that.
No, let's buy a new pair of shiny shoes.
Yeah.
Couple of things here, Jen. Number one, we're not going to stop talking about it. Because you're still talking about it, and also you and Justin aren't married yet. And I think that when we see you move on and, you know, marry Justin, because we know that's what you want to do, and you have some babies or something, and form another part of life, then maybe we'll forget about it. But until then, this is the scandal of our decade. I mean, think about it. Older people watching, do you remember Eddie Fisher and Liz Taylor and Debbie Reynolds? Well, some of you are probably too young to remember it, but I do. Now look. Eddie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds were married, but Liz Taylor gets what she wants and doesn't care what people think. So Liz Taylor started messing around with Eddie Fisher and didn't care that Debbie Reynolds or the rest of Hollywood knew about it, you see. So, and Debbie wanted to cleave onto Eddie Fisher so much that she used to call the hotel room and say to her husband, put Liz Taylor on the phone. Like it was, do any of you older crows in the audience remember this scandal? No, when I say crow, I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm a crow, too. But you know what I'm saying? Do you remember this? Oh, my gosh. Well, that was a scandal until this more modern version of that scandality has happened, which is Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt and that Angelina Jolie. I mean, I can't... She's a very beautiful girl, right? I think that this Jennifer Aniston is very, very beautiful, but I think that she's as boring as beige walls. I mean, she might be the life of the party in real life, but if you've ever seen her, like, on Letterman and other interview shows and stuff like that, even there, talking to Entertainment, just, like, boring. And I wasn't the only one who... I thought I was going to be the only one in our morning meeting who said that. But it turns out she got a resounding, yes, she is boring. She might be fun with her friends, but she's just not a lot of fun to... Oh, you know how, like, there's some actors who, if you don't show them a script, they don't really know how to be emotional and vibrant and lively. Like, she's one of those. Like, she needs a script in order for us to tell her how we want her to act. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, Jennifer. But honestly, one more thing about this story. If you have your publicist tell all interviewers no mention of Brad and Angelina, that'll pretty much put the kibosh on this, you know? There are only certain people who will bring it up, but that's because it's how I make my living, bringing up stuff. Who wants to see a really pretty woman with a great body? I mean, Amber Rose, gorgeous. She posted this racy photo over the weekend. I mean, you cannot hate on her. And like the bald head and everything, it's special that she, I think I've seen her with hair maybe one time before. And it was many years ago. She had a little wig on, equally as beautiful with the hair. But the idea that she can rock a baldy, she's got like a nice shaped head, no lumps, no wrinkles. You know, she doesn't have a hot dog neck, and she doesn't get, you know, those burns, you know, the burns with the bumps and everything. She's just a beautiful woman. And you know the cherry on top? She's a nice woman. Have you ever watched our show when she's come on? There is nothing more. Oh, you look good bald too. Show that again. Hey, Deb, show her. Yes. Yes. Gorgeous. What was I going to tell you? Oh. There is nothing more attractive than an attractive woman who's got a great personality and doesn't make you feel bad about yourself because, you know, you might not be able to rock a baldy or have a great body. Like she is, you're a very, very nice girl, Amber Rose. You know I love you. Her ex, Wiz Khalifa, clearly approves of this sexy picture because he tweeted, "Yes, my baby's mother is fine as bleep." I hear what you're asking me, and the answer is yes. I do think that they're still hooking up. I mean, why not? He's cute, she's cute. When he goes over there to see Baby Bash or pick up the boy to, you know, for Father's Sunday, of course. My thing about drive-bys with your ex is that when you have kids, you know, and business is still sorted out, is that everybody's still hooking up until one person moves along and falls in love with somebody else. Right now, do you think they're hooking up? Yeah, yeah. Are you still hooking up with your ex? I was just trying to trick somebody. Anyway, nice job, Amber Rose. Chris Brown, everybody. Chris Brown might be going back to prison. Well, it's his own fault. Actually, it's the fault of Garagos, his lawyer. This man right here. Chris's probation has been revoked for several reasons. Number one, Chris left L.A. County without the permission of his parole officer. Now, you know, you've got to check in with your parole officer. Now, he only drove 5 hours away to San Diego. He had to do a concert, but that's not the point. The point is that it's not Chris's job to know the law. That's what we have lawyers for. You understand? It's not our job to know the law. So if you're a lawyer, and this Garagos, he's slipping. He's handled some... I wasn't going to come in today, but I didn't want to disappoint you. So, you know, it's not our job to know the law. It's our lawyers' jobs to know the law. So, now, Garagos knew that the boy was going to be traveling 5 hours outside of Los Angeles County to do this concert. And Garagos told the boy that you don't need to check in with your probation officer. Part of me thinks is that Garagos is working with the cops to make sure this boy gets to jail. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of... I mean, isn't that lawyer 101? To know when you're supposed to check in? All right, so look, he left L.A. County, did this concert. Now he's in trouble for that. Then he has 200 hours left on his community service. And his community service is up the same day as our 1000th show, January 30th. So we did the math. And we figure if he worked, starting today, if he worked, 15 hours a day, every day until January 30th, he can do this. But I don't really see him focused on anything like that. Like, I don't think that Chris really cares. I still think that he's feeling like he's Teflon to the law or something, and it's not true. The law is getting tired, Chris, of you and your antics. Now, I know you're not the one in the club with the guns, but there's always gunplay where you appear. There were 2 separate shootings recently, one where Suge Knight got shot. Remember that? And then one just the other weekend where 5 people got shot in the club. Oh, it was a mess. It's on YouTube after the... Look. All you hear is glass breaking and people falling. And it looked like it was in some sort of gymnasium or something like that. And I don't know, there were just a lot of people on the stage and just a mess. Chris, your fate will be determined in a hearing on March 20th. What day of the week is that?
We'll figure it out.
We're going to be working, aren't we? Perfect. So we'll keep you posted. This thing between Jordan Sparks and Jason Derulo is getting nasty. Now, mind you, they've been split up now for at least a month and a half. I can't believe we're still dealing with it either. But Jordan, this is your fault, honey bun. When you were here, I asked you what you were going to do with his Christmas gift that he gave you last Christmas, a BMW. And she said, well, I still have it. I said, no. I said, you have to return it. I know you all might not think I'm a decent woman. A lot of times. But, you know, I do have a little bit of a moral compass when it comes to giving things back, to a fault. Like, she should have given the car back like this. And because anyway, she ended up returning the car, but she didn't do it until recently. She went to the BMW dealership to turn the car in, and she found out that he didn't even buy the car for her, he leased it. But wait, no, whoa! First of all, buy, lease, whatever, as long as he's the one paying the bill, then what do we care? Really? Only, I wish he would have told me that he leased it. That way I wouldn't be zooming up and down the California coast, burning up my miles. You know how leased cars are. You just can't drive freely. So I find there to be nothing wrong that he leased the car, young lady. Jason hit back, though, on Instagram with a picture of the receipt. And we happen to have the picture. And a caption that said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Well, there are the numbers. There are the numbers. I don't care whether he bought it or leased it. He deleted it quickly, but, you know, it's our job here to catch it before things get deleted. And my thought about gifts, I'm not talking about gifts between husbands and wives, because then you keep those, but I'm talking about gifts between boyfriends and girlfriends, and I don't care whether you are, you know, an Academy Award-winning, wealthy beyond belief actress or a checker girl at the grocery store. You give a man back his stuff, that kicks him a lot harder than anything else. Listen. Throw him back his diamonds. Throw him back, you know, even the engagement ring. When the engagement's over, give him back his ring. Nothing hurts a man more than a woman who's really prideful and doesn't keep that stuff. Now, I only know that because I've asked a lot of the men around here, and they happen to have agreed. Are there any men in the audience today? All right, well, clap if you... Do any of you all agree with me that the quickest way to hurt your feelings is to give the gifts back? Sir? 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 I'm talking to you. Yes. Okay, sir. Up there in the beige. When we give you your gifts back, doesn't that hurt you a whole lot more?
Oh, yes, it does.
Yes. Oh, yes, right? Give the gifts back. That's all I'm saying. That's all. By the way, same thing goes for us girls. You fellas, you want to hurt us? Give back that polo jacket that she just gave you. You know, like give the stuff back. Nothing hurts more than giving stuff back. Anyway, so good, Jordan. I'm glad you came to your senses, and there's nothing wrong with leasing a car as long as you're not paying the bill. And Jason, oh, God. These kids and their relationships, they exhaust me. So Adrienne Malouf's relationship with her boyfriend, who's only 25 years old, is now over. Now, wait a minute. Now, you know I wanted the relationship to end. Because what 53-year-old woman, what do you talk to a 25-year-old about? And I know what you're saying, Wendy, there's no talking happening. Yeah, there's no talking happening for the first month. But they've been together for a year and a half. Can you believe that a 53-year-old held the attention of a 25-year-old that long? Go, Maloof, go. I never thought that this relationship would last that long. As a matter of fact, I was hoping that they would break up right away. You know, he's a Bush, and we've talked about this. He's a Bush, like an Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. No, he's a real Bush. He is. And so, look, can you imagine if your 25-year-old heir to the dynasty comes home with a 53-year-old divorcee, housewife? I don't care that she's a Maloof. Like, she's a Maloof, that's good, but not for my 25-year-old Bush. He's supposed to have... Really? All I'm thinking is, like, you know, we just have to make sure that our kids... the Bushes want they sire heirs. They don't just have babies like we do. The Bushes sire heirs. You know, she can't sire any more heirs. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, he's a nice-looking man. But some sources say that the relationship has run its course. I would agree. She's a beautiful woman also. But other people are saying that the relationship is over because Paris Hilton came between them. Actually, that's a good couple, though. A Hilton and a Bush. Just keep the money going. But listen. And younger men sometimes do younger men things. This is not you all's fault. I know a lot of you are in the dorm today. You don't have classes and stuff. Look, oh, Miss Wendy loves you. I love to look at you. I love to walk past and I see you look at me. You know, it's not like you want a younger man, but you certainly do like them to turn their head when you walk past. Do you know what I'm saying? To let you know that you still got it. But, so Paris apparently lives in the same neighborhood on the same block as Adrian. So this little disrespectful Bush drives past Adrian's house and goes to Paris's house. Alone, the reports are, allegedly. They spend a lot of time alone. Now, I'm sure that I bet you they are having the sex. It's also highly disrespectful for him to ride past. Isn't there another way to get in the neighborhood? I mean, do you have to ride past her house? And when you get there, Bush, do you leave your car on the driveway or do you pull it around back into the garage? Like, we shouldn't know this. If there's only two people in the house, Paris and Bush, oh, the housekeeper. A lot of times in the fancy neighborhoods, the housekeepers all know each other because they take their lunch break at the same time and they like to walk. They like to walk and they talk about their wealthy employers. You know how, like on Devious Maids, you see how, yeah, like that. Anyway, Adrian, you're pretty, you'll get another. Paris, he is suited for you, and we won't even judge you, Bush, because you're still young. Is that it? Keep clapping. We've got more great shows for you. We have a brand new edition of Trendy at Wendy where you can get some fabulous discounts on some great fashion and beauty accessories. But up next, is Iggy Azalea's NBA boyfriend Nick Young cheating on her? We'll dissect the story with OK Magazine with the Inside Scoop next. Got the latest Celebrity Apprentice cast-off.
I'm sending them from my boardroom to your couch.
Executive drama. And, ooh, who are you wearing? Rock red carpet trends in real life.
Tomorrow on an all-new Wendy.
Welcome back. I love all Hot Topic Mondays. Let's keep the juice going. It's time for the Inside Scoop. Here with some great stories from OK TV. Say hello to our friend Alex Miranda. Yes. Okay. I love Iggy Azalea and Nick Young together.
I love her too. I know.
My heart is breaking.
I know.
Please say it ain't so. Go ahead.
Okay, here's the deal. So let me fill you in on the backstory a little bit. Iggy Azalea and Nick Young, an NBA star, have been dating since November of 2013. They actually have a really cute story. He tweeted a picture of her back then and basically said that she was his crush. So a really cute start to it all. They've been hot and heavy ever since, and they just bought a $3.4 million house in Tarzana, California, which is like a little fast, but obviously things are working out quite well.
Well, you said 2013, so they've been together for about a year and a few months.
Yeah, I mean, a $3.4 million house, that's
a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. But there's also rumors of a possible proposal coming up, but Wendy, that could all be in jeopardy because of the story that we're about to talk about.
Men are always messing something up.
Seriously, all Iggy fans, listen up right now, and I hope Nick and Iggy are watching Wendy Williams right now, because he was spotted at an LA nightclub called Hooray Henry's with two... Oh my God, that picture breaks my heart.
Why? Why? Because the small of a back is an erogenous zone, and you're not supposed to be touching a woman on the small of her back.
No touching. But here's the story. So with two unknown, hot, young things, right? He was very affectionate to them. They were very attentive to him the entire night. And at one point in time, like you just saw, he had his hand on the waist, which I think is a no-no no matter what, right? Seriously, but they actually left. Wendy, wait for this. They left the club in the car.
This is the
that
car
Iggy Azalea bought him for Christmas. A 1962 Chevrolet Impala.
Okay, hold on. Let's play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Just because he's with these two girls doesn't mean that he was cheating. However, the last beat of the story says, okay, he was cheating.
Okay, so then they went to a private residence. All three of them, one of the girls was driving the car, and he was in the back seat of the car
with the other girl. Now, my thing
he
is,
escorted them into the private residence.
So something went down. Now, Iggy, this is the problem with you celebrities who are always on social media answering everything. When you don't answer, we are looking at you like something has happened.
Right, because Iggy usually responds to controversy. I mean, think Azalea Banks, think Snoop Dogg, and she has not said anything yet. And they've actually been seen together being really cute on a kiss cam at a college basketball game.
That was his college.
She licked the side of his face. I mean, look how adorable they actually look together.
I love them together.
But he has responded to the controversy, seemingly, at the very minimum.
And what did he say?
Tweeted, "Don't believe the hype. Y'all wish I would mess up a good thing." I really hope that he's telling the truth on this one.
I hope he's telling the truth, too. They are adorable together.
They're
all right,
so adorable.
Let's talk about Scott and Courtney.
Okay.
You know what's going on with
If I haven't told this story 100 times, I have never told it, right? Seriously. But Scott had a weekend in Aspen while Courtney was at home.
And you know the baby's only 1 month old.
Yeah, 1 month old.
Baby.
And he was out with his boys. They were, partying, hitting up the town, and they stayed at a hotel called the Hotel Jerome. And things got really crazy. He caused a lot of chaos with the boys at the hotel bar, racking up $400 on the very first night that they were there. Yeah. Another night they were there, they spent $840 on booze. $840.
Yeah, I heard that the maids found a whole bunch of cigarette butts strewn around the floor and bottles, the height of disrespect.
Madness. The next night, $600 on booze, and then you actually just mentioned that they were staying in a non-smoking room. So when the hotel staff came into the room and found all the cigarettes all over the place and all the open bottles, they had to charge him another $500,
He's just so
which adds up to $2,000 worth of expenses just on the hotel expenses alone.
So do you know what Courtney's reaction was to him abandoning her when the baby's only 1 month old?
Well, here's the deal. So, the Kardashians, as we all know, are pretty vocal about these kinds of things, and Courtney has she's remained pretty quiet about the whole thing. She's, Instagrammed a couple times, some pictures of it.
She's busy.
But she's not. Yeah, she's been at home and he's been out partying, and that's
all right. But look, Alex. All right, now I'm going to stick up for Scott because while I don't like Scott, I think he's a real jerk.
Yeah.
Scott gets paid to party. It's not his fault that he's got a fun job. He gets paid to party. It's his only form of income. So, and a man is supposed to take care of his family. He needs more than just this reality show. So, he gets paid to party. I don't blame him for being in Aspen. This is not her first baby. She's got all that family around. It's not like when we had our first baby, how we didn't want to be left alone because we were scared. We had to learn how to be moms. This is her third time to the baby rodeo.
Devil's advocate, though, devil's advocate is, in the reverse, is that this alcoholism issue, his sobriety, has been an issue in this relationship.
I agree.
We've seen it on the show, and it's come up before.
I agree.
He was actually kicked out of the house by Courtney last summer, so I see both sides.
The booze is separate, but the partying he's got to. Oh, my gosh, we never got a chance to talk about Selena and Justin. It's not that interesting anyway. They're back together. They'll be broken up next week. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Alex, fabulous stories, and you're easy on the eyes. Beautiful man, right?
Love you.
Make sure to check out OK TV for more juicy stories like these. Hot Topic Sound Off is next. For Hot Topic Sound Off. This is my co-host, Chance, to sound off on today's Hot Topics. I hope you were listening closely.
Yes, I was.
Okay, good.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
How you doing? My name is Janice, and I want to sound off about Iggy.
Okay.
So, you have to know that when you're dating an NBA player, there's gonna be side chicks. You're not gonna be the only girl. And Iggy is new to the spotlight. So maybe Nick was bringing those girls home. You never know, Wendy.
For a foursome.
And Iggy was waiting there for them. You never know, because she was okay with it.
How do you know she was okay with it?
They were spotted. She didn't have an attitude. They didn't seem like, you know, like they were arguing. Body language speaks a lot.
We know.
Yeah. So.
Thank you for your opinion.
You're welcome.
Okay, who's next? Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I want to sound off on Amber.
Okay.
She just had a baby. I just had a baby. I wish I could wear that thing.
I know, right?
I wish. And she's in the industry competing with Kanye's ex, you know,
yes.
Kim. And I think she blew Kim out the box.
I like that picture better also.
MVP all the way.
Yeah.
She broke the internet.
Yeah, she definitely did. Thank you for your opinion.
You're welcome.
We have time for one more. Yeah. Were you listening to Hot Topics?
Hi, Wendy. I'm Pat. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
What are we talking about?
I want to sound off on Courtney and Scott.
Okay.
Despite having 3 beautiful babies, these two, they have to take some action. You know, Scott in Aspen with the buddies, right after the birth of the baby, that's insane.
Yeah.
Courtney, you need to do what you got to do, stop being miserable, and let Scott go for good.
Let him go. I like your opinion. We have time for another one. Hi.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing? I'm Bianca from D.C.
Yes, you are.
So I want to sound off.
Cute.
I want to sound off on Jordan Sparks.
Okay.
So I disagree that if he leased the car, I think that's a little tacky for the amount of money that they make. But...
Really, Bianca?
Yeah.
You couldn't be my girlfriend.
But if I were Jordan, I would have kept the car, but I do agree giving it back to him does show that I don't need you.
That's why you should give it back, girls. Give the stuff back. Thank you, Bianca, for coming to our show. Up next, everybody, we've got the latest fashion and beauty accessories at unbelievable discounts. It's trendy at Wendy. Don't move. She's one of the biggest stars in the world, and she's back on Wendy. An all-new Jennifer Lopez event. Her new movie, her men, her looks, all flawless. And we're putting her in the hot seat. We can set some rumors straight. Sure. You know how we do it.
Wednesday on an all-new Wendy.
It's time for Trendy at Wendy, where we show you how to get huge discounts on some of today's hottest products. Everything you see here will be available at wendyshow.com for a limited time. Please welcome the financial fashionista, our friend Nicole Lappin.
Eric Hickman.
I don't want to give you my cold. All right,
love you
so
for
let's
that.
get started. What do we have today, Nicole?
Who used their lashes this weekend? Let's be serious, ladies. Come on.
I love lashes Monday through Friday.
That's right. Well, there's only so many times you can use the lashes and pick the glue off. Like, it doesn't become sanitary at some point. So let's stock up on
reuse them.
New lashes.
Okay.
These are 100% mink lashes. Yes. Or lipstick set by Appeal Cosmetics. Demi Lovato loves these lashes. Check her out. She always looks fantastic on the red carpet. Yes, she does. So you can get these lashes. I'm actually wearing these lashes right now.
Oh, they're so minkish. How much are these?
You can use these 25 different times. You can choose between 2 different lashes.
So worth it.
Like different intensities.
How much?
2 different... Hold up.
Very
2
minkish.
different lipstick colors, too. Retails for up to $58 to $90, but just for Wendy watchers, we get 69% off, so $23 to $28.
And if you use them for 25 times, then it's really only $1 per. So they're worth it.
So worth it.
Now, what's up with the lipstick?
You can get either the lipstick set or the lash set.
Okay.
You can get both. Like, get them all.
Look, it smells really good over here. What's all they're doing?
This is a set of 3 massage oil candles. This is the coolest candle ever, Wendy. So inside the candle, after it burns, there's a ring inside.
Like Cracker Jacks.
I know. And not only is this not a wax candle, but if you want to...
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can use this as massage oil. So it doubles as body oil.
Oh, wow.
So this is a candle that works for you, folks. Octavia Spencer loves this candle. Viola Davis also has this candle. This is a big gifting suite staple. So with awards shows, a lot of celebs are going to get their hands on this candle because it's awesome. It also smells good.
So you get all 3 in the set.
You get all 3, and then you get a ring within the candle after it burns.
So good.
You can use it as oil and all that jazz, and you can do vanilla, mint chocolate. It smells good too. Like, this candle will basically massage your feet.
Now, how much is this? Because it does a lot of work.
Retails for $99. But just for Wendy watchers, we have 61% off, so just $39 for all 3. Destiny candles.
That's a deal.
Yeah.
Okay, what else doing here? This is pretty.
We love some bling. Victoria necklace by Isabel Grace, a huge celeb fave.
Yes.
Katherine Heigl, Christina Milian, big fans of this brand. Definite statement piece here. This is a modern disc, a genuine Swarovski crystal.
Yes.
And the chain, you can either get gold or silver plating, and it comes in a bunch of different colors. Retails for $120. But just for Wendy watchers, obviously not paying that, 76% off, just $29.
Perfect. It's like Christmas all over again. Okay, and we all love handbags. Tell us about these.
And this is the perfect one. This is the Capri Leather Tote by Mossy. This is genuine leather. A classic shape, never goes out of style. Maria Menounos, a big friend of the show. That girl is so busy. So she's running around. She loves this tote. It has a bunch of different compartments inside. Check it out. A bunch of different, like, pockets and stuff. Comes in black. She's still on the bling, obviously. Black, navy, beige.
2 sides.
A bunch of different colors. Retails for...
It's nice and soft look.
Yes, you can take it, run around just like Maria.
Yeah.
Retails for $295, but just for Wendy watchers, 66% off, just $99. $99. Okay, so you've got to run to wendyshow.com because this stuff is going to disappear very quickly. Amazing deals. Thank you very much. Thanks, Wendy.
This stuff is there for a limited time. Again, wendyshow.com. Clap it up for Nicole Lappin, and Ask Wendy is next. There's so much more of The Wendy Show at wendyshow.com. Watch must-see moments, catch my after show, and enter for your chance to win some amazing free stuff. Check out wendyshow.com today. Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. Everybody have a seat except for you. Wow.
Hi. How
Gorgeous.
you doing?
Good. And this is all you.
Oh, yes, for now. Yes, it's all me.
No, wait, see, beautiful. Come on out here.
Oh.
Who are you? What do you want?
My name's...
Not what do you want, but how can I help?
My name is Uche, and I've been dating a guy for like a couple of months, and everything is great. I feel like we're perfect, except for he doesn't really give me his weekends. We haven't spent a weekend together, and he like is with his friends and his family. I mean, and I don't ask him for the weekends because I feel like he's the guy he should ask me. Should I be concerned?
He's got a big family?
A very big family.
So it's too soon to introduce you to the family, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying, Uche? Mm-hmm. Too soon for your introduction. Does he work on the weekends as well?
No, he does not.
So now how old is he?
He is 32.
All right. Yeah, he's a little old not to be prioritizing you in his life, even if he doesn't introduce you to the family. I mean, Sunday dinners at your mom's house is one thing without you. But Fridays and Saturdays, you don't spend the night?
Right? No, I don't actually. It's during the weekday.
Well, I'll tell you, 3 is the magic number. At 3 months, you know whether you want to stay with him or not. So you got 1 month to hash this all out.
Exactly.
And you're going to start with this conversation right here.
Yes.
Why can't we spend weekends together doing stuff?
Okay.
Why is it always... And don't be accusatory, but just, you know...
Okay.
And keep in mind, all that time with his family, that might never change once you get married and have children.
Okay.
You know, he might still prefer his family to you.
Well, I need those weekends, Wendy.
Okay. Talk to him, Uche.
Okay.
More good hair.
Thanks. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I have a very amazing husband of 5 years. And we want to try to spice things up a little bit. Maybe bring somebody else in the picture. I'm a little bit of a pervert, and we were wondering, should we do it in our
There's
area?
more people doing threesomes than you possibly know.
Exactly.
I bet you there are at least 10 people in this audience who do threesomes on a regular basis.
Should we do it in our area or wait till we go on vacation?
Nope. The rule to threesome is you wait on vacation. You find yourself a cute chambermaid. You don't tell her your name. You understand what I'm saying? Don't
answer the door naked when we get to room service.
She's going to know exactly what's up. Okay?
Sounds good.
Yes. Good luck.
Thanks.
Pop quiz is next. Don't go far. Okay, we're back, and it's time for Pop Quiz. This is where I test an audience members on today's hot topics. I hope you were paying attention.
I hope so, too.
Who are you? What do you do? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Kia. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a musician.
Okay.
How you doing?
Kia? Okay, don't help Kia. All right.
Okay, okay.
Today on Hot Topics, we talked about Jason Derulo and Jordan Sparks. She recently gave back a gift that he gave her. Was it A, a BMW, B, a dog, or C, a diamond ring?
Okay, let me... It was A BMW.
Yes! Here, Kia. We're giving you 2 years of Netflix free.
Oh, my God!
Yeah! We'll be right back. Don't go far. Today. I want to thank my guest and my co-host, my fabulous studio audience. Tomorrow, the 2 contestants fired on tonight's episode of Celebrity Apprentice will be here. Plus, we're going to show you how you can rock this season's red carpet fashion trends. I love you for watching today. You know I do. And I'll see you next time right here on Wendy. Bye.